Inside Building Products, a Siemens podcast that keeps you learning.
Ever walked into a room, maybe your office, a busy classroom, or even your home, and just felt it was off? That subtle stuffiness, or maybe that afternoon brain fog hitting harder than usual, a lack of focus you just can't quite shake. For most of us, we blame our coffee intake, or maybe a late night. But what if those feelings weren't just about you, but about the invisible environment around you? Today, we're taking a deep dive into something called Indoor Air Quality IAQ for short, and the incredibly smart technology that's quietly revolutionizing our buildings. We're talking about making spaces not just more comfortable, but genuinely healthier, smarter, and importantly, more energy efficient. Our mission for you today is really to demystify how these sophisticated multi-sensors actually simplify something doubly complex, the very air we breathe, and ultimately how they make our lives better, even if you've never thought much about air quality beyond, maybe cracking open a window.
It's remarkable how much the unseen influences us, isn't it? Our sources really highlight how these cutting-edge solutions are finally bringing those invisible aspects of our environment into sharp, actionable focus. It's quite exciting. We're going to explore how these sensors are designed to meet global building standards, profoundly improve human well-being, and even create significant energy savings. They're truly transforming how we design and interact with our indoor spaces.
Okay, let's delve into this then. For someone like me who might just think of a thermostat, what exactly are these indoor air quality multi-sensors? What kind of magic is packed into these little devices that makes them so powerful?
Right. Well, think of an IAQ multi-sensor as having a miniature, highly sophisticated environmental scientist constantly on duty right there in your room. It doesn't just check one thing like temperature. It comprehensively monitors 7 crucial environmental factors. That gives you a complete, really robust picture of your indoor environment. It's all about providing transparent data so you're truly aware of everything impacting your comfort, health, productivity, even things you can't see or smell,
7 things. Wow. Okay, what are they?
Yeah, 7. So first, temperature. This one's familiar, of course, just how hot or cold the room feels. Pretty fundamental to our comfort.
Sure.
Next, relative humidity. This measures the moisture in the air. Too much humidity feels clammy, right? Too little. And your skin and throat can dry out. It's a big player in comfort and air quality.
Mm-hmm.
Then there's CO2, or carbon dioxide. This is what we exhale. In a crowded office or classroom, CO2 levels can climb quite fast. When they get too high, that's when you start feeling drowsy or concentration dips.
The afternoon slump trigger.
Exactly. You might even get a headache. It's a kind of silent productivity killer.
Okay. What else?
Fourth, VOCs, volatile organic compounds. These are invisible gases emitted from, everyday items. Things like cleaning products, new paint, maybe new furniture, even some printers and copiers. At high concentrations, VOCs are definitely not good for our health. They can contribute to respiratory issues, that general feeling of just not feeling great.
Right, that new car smell isn't always a good thing then.
Precisely. Fifth is particulate matter. Specifically PM 2.5. These are incredibly tiny airborne particles. Think fine dust, pollen, or pollution drifting in from outside. They're so small they can penetrate deep into our lungs, posing pretty significant risks to respiratory health over time.
Okay, that's serious. 2 more.
Yep. Sixth is light. The ambient light levels in a room. Good lighting profoundly influences mood, energy levels, productivity. So understanding these levels is key to creating an optimal environment.
Exactly.
And finally, noise. The sound levels in the room. Too much background noise isn't just annoying, it's distracting, stressful, and a major hindrance to concentration and performance.
Wow, so it really is a genuine environmental symphony playing out, like you said, not just a single note. And for someone like me, how does this device actually show us all this info? Is it just spitting out a bunch of complex numbers that only an engineer could figure out? Because honestly, that sounds a bit overwhelming for just trying to figure out if I should open the window.
No, not at all. And that's a really critical design point. It needs to be usable. The sensor does have a clear, easy-to-read LED display for detailed information if you want to, dive deeper into a specific measurement.
Okay.
But the real game changer for quick at-a-glance understanding, making it super user-friendly for anyone, is its intuitive traffic light function.
Ah, like on the street.
Exactly. When the light is green, the air quality is excellent, simple, reassuring. If it turns orange, the quality is starting to degrade a bit. It suggests you might want to pay attention, maybe check the ventilation.
A little warning sign.
Right. And if it's red, the air quality is poor, and it's definitely time to take action to improve the indoor environment. It's a universal, immediate signal. No technical expertise needed to understand. Red means stop, or at least investigate.
I like that. Simple.
And you can also press a button on the side to just cycle through the detailed readings for each of the 7 factors if you are curious. Plus, for precision and reliability, it uses highly accurate measuring tech, like dual beam for CO2.
Dual beam? What's that?
It basically means it uses 2 separate light paths to measure the carbon dioxide. This significantly enhances its stability and accuracy over many years and prevents the kind of drift you see in simpler sensors, where readings become less accurate over time.
Ah, okay. More reliable.
Much more. Plus, it includes a backup battery to ensure continuous monitoring even during power outages. It's always on guard, keeping you informed.
That traffic light system really does make it sound incredibly approachable. It simplifies what sounds like really complex data. But let's get to the why. The big question for our listeners is always, so what? Why should any of us care if our office or our kids' school or a public building has one of these sensors? What does this really mean for us, the people actually spending hours in these spaces?
That brings us to a crucial point, absolutely. The sensor's readings translate directly into very tangible benefits, not just for the building managers, but for everyone inside. The advantages of optimizing our indoor environments, well, they can really be grouped into 3 major categories. And these impact everyone, from students to highly skilled professionals. It's about creating environments that actively support human thriving.
Okay, what are they?
First, health and well-being. Plain and simple, good IAQ contributes directly to a healthier and more productive life cycle for people in buildings. This goes beyond just feeling a bit better. It directly reduces what's known as sick building syndrome symptoms.
Right, those vague headaches, fatigue.
Exactly. Those non-specific complaints like headaches, dizziness, fatigue, that often pop up when people spend a lot of time in buildings with poor environmental quality. It profoundly improves comfort and contributes to overall well-being. Fewer sick days, better quality of life.
That's huge.
Second, better performance. And this is backed by science. Healthy indoor air quality dramatically improves the work performance and productivity of building users. Did you know studies have shown a direct link between better IAQ and things like a 20–30% reduction in cognitive errors in office settings?
Wow, really?
Yes, or even a significant drop in student absenteeism and improved test scores in schools. When the air is fresh, free of pollutants, people experience clearer thinking, they make better decisions, feel less fatigued. The impact on focus and output is immense.
Okay, health and performance, what's the third?
The third is energy efficiency.
Oh.
This might surprise some people. These products empower building managers to vent the right rooms at the right time, instead of just constantly running HVAC systems at full blast everywhere.
Which wastes a ton of energy.
A massive amount. Instead, you only ventilate when and where it's necessary, based on the actual data from the sensors. This avoids significant resource waste, dramatically increasing a building's energy efficiency. And that, in turn, saves substantial money on heating, cooling, and ventilation costs. It's a true triple win. Better for people, better for the planet, and better for the budget.
That truly connects all the dots. It really is like a smart thermostat, but for everything in the air. Making sure we're not just comfortable, but also maximizing our potential and saving resources. It's a much more holistic way of looking at managing our indoor environments.
Precisely. And to build on that, these sensors are specifically developed for clients aiming to certify their buildings according to major global building standards, things like WELL or LEED.
Ah, I've heard of those. They're becoming pretty important, right?
Very important. They aren't just arbitrary guidelines. They are comprehensive, rigorous frameworks for creating healthier, more sustainable buildings worldwide. And these standards explicitly demand the measurement of these specific air parameters, CO2, VOCs, PM2.5, with certain accuracies, which is exactly what this IAQ multi-sensor delivers. It's really a foundational tool for achieving that recognized excellence in human-centric building design.
So it helps buildings get those certifications?
Exactly. For instance, we worked with a pharmaceutical client who was, understandably, intensely focused on ensuring an excellent indoor climate for their engineers and scientists. Highly sensitive work, they were aiming for WELL certification for their facilities. The IAQ multi-sensor, combined with our ConnectBox solution, directly supported them in getting that certification. It helped provide the best possible working environment for their highly skilled employees. What's truly compelling here, it shows how these sensors are about making buildings smarter, more responsible, and really aligned with global best practices for human-centric design, creating spaces that genuinely nurture their occupants' health and, their intellectual output.
Okay, so we know what it measures and why it matters, connecting directly to our health, our performance, and even saving energy and money. But how do these smart sensors actually talk to the building's bigger systems or to the people managing the space? Is it a really complicated installation that only a specialist can handle? Or is there a way for older existing buildings which might not have all the latest tech infrastructure to use these too?
That's an excellent question because ease of use and integration are absolutely key, especially for wider adoption. You can't have something this beneficial be too hard to implement. So the IAQ multi-sensor offers highly flexible connectivity options. It's designed to be suitable for pretty much any room and any building type, whether it's a modern purpose-built office, an older school building, a small individual space, or a large brand new construction.
Okay, flexible how?
Well, it can communicate wired via BeingNet. BeingNet is a very common open communication protocol specifically designed for building automation systems. You typically find it in larger, more integrated commercial projects where that kind of wiring infrastructure is already planned or in place.
Right, for new builds or major refits.
Exactly. But here's what's really innovative and incredibly accessible, especially for many existing buildings. It also offers wireless connectivity via LoRaWAN.
LoRaWAN, what is that exactly?
Think of LoRaWAN as a super efficient, long-range wireless network. It's specifically optimized for devices like these sensors, things that need to send small amounts of data over long distances using very little power. This is a fantastic solution for retrofitting older buildings because it allows for easy installation without needing to drill extra holes or run new, often costly wires through walls.
Ah, so no major construction needed just to add a sensor.
Precisely. It makes smart upgrades in older buildings far less intimidating and disruptive. And when it comes to just placing the sensor, you have flexibility too. You can mount it discreetly on the wall or simply use it as a standalone device on a desk or a shelf.
That wireless LoRaWAN option sounds like a real game changer, especially for older buildings. Makes adding smart tech much more feasible. So it's not just a standalone device giving you that traffic light reading. It can actually connect into other smart systems, right? Creating a whole network of information.
Absolutely. The IAQ multi-sensor perfectly complements our new Connect box. The Connect box is essentially an IoT gateway, specifically designed to collect and centralize data from multiple sensors like this one, and both products are designed to be plug and play.
Meaning easy setup.
Very easy.
No.
They are incredibly intuitive to install and operate, no complex technical setup or deprogramming knowledge required. You can essentially just plug them in, configure them through a simple interface, and they start working. It greatly reduces the barrier to entry for smart building management, particularly in smaller buildings without dedicated IT staff.
Okay, so sensor talks to Connect box. Then what?
Together, the IAQ multi-sensor and the Connect box provide a comprehensive remote monitoring solution for indoor air quality. This is especially useful for small to medium-sized buildings. The sensor sends its 7 environmental measurements live to the Connect box wirelessly using that LoRaWAN protocol we just discussed. This allows a facility manager, or maybe even just a curious building owner, to conveniently monitor air quality data remotely from a central dashboard like on their computer or tablet.
So they can see trends and get alerts.
Exactly. They can set up alarm notifications for any anomalies like if CO2 levels spike or VOCs get too high. And they can view trend charts over time. This makes it incredibly easy to spot issues and take targeted actions to improve air quality, often before the people inside even notice a problem.
Proactive instead of reactive.
Precisely. And just to zoom out a bit, the entire Siemens sensor portfolio, including this IAQ multi-sensor, is designed for full compatibility, not just with Siemens' own HVAC controllers, but also with common third-party building management systems. This open approach ensures seamless integration into diverse setups. It means your investment is protected and easily expandable down the line.
Okay, that makes sense. We focused a lot on this IAQ multi-sensor and indoor air quality, which is clearly super important for our health and productivity. But you mentioned the sensor is part of a larger family of connected devices. What else can smart sensors do to truly make buildings intelligent beyond just monitoring the air we breathe? It sounds like there's a whole universe of sensing out there.
That's a fantastic point, yes. While the IAQ multi-sensor is indeed an innovative flagship for us, it sits within a much broader portfolio that addresses a huge range of building needs. These high-precision sensors, all of them, are absolutely fundamental to achieving significant energy savings and enabling truly intelligent building control across all building functions. They provide that transparent, real-time data needed for optimal, proactive operation of the whole building system.
So what other kinds of sensors are there in this family?
Well, Beyond air quality, the portfolio includes, for example, temperature sensors, obviously. These come with flexible measurement ranges and various output signals, allowing them to adapt quickly to specific needs, whether it's monitoring a freezer or controlling a boiler room. Humidity sensors. These are known for their excellent long-term stability and high accuracy, even in critical applications like hospitals or labs. Many are virtually maintenance-free thanks to their durable capacitive measuring elements, ensuring reliable operation for years. Pressure sensors. These are capable of measuring everything from very low air pressure in ducts to high pressure in water or refrigerant lines. They're crucial for things like monitoring water systems, ensuring optimal air duct performance, or even detecting if air filters are getting clogged and need changing.
Okay, pressure. What?
And flow sensors. These give you precise measurements of liquid or airflow. That includes simple flow switches, just detecting if flow is present or not, and also air velocity sensors that measure how fast air is moving in ducts. These are vital for ensuring proper ventilation rates are met, and that conditioned air is distributed efficiently throughout the building.
So it's really about getting data from every critical system.
Yes, exactly. The overarching goal for this entire range is to provide transparency throughout the building. They capture and transmit measured values extremely quickly and precisely. This forms the optimal basis for a truly precise and therefore energy and cost-efficient control of the entire HVAC system, heating, ventilation, and air conditioning. What's more, thanks to their unique technology and focus on long-term accuracy, many of these sensors eliminate the need for recalibration over many years. This ensures excellent and stable climate control even in the most demanding environments, making them a secure investment in the future of building management. Reliability is key.
We've certainly covered a lot today, from the invisible gases and particles floating around in your office, to how a simple traffic light display on a small device can tell you if you need to maybe open a window or check the ventilation. We've seen how having a sort of mini environmental scientist in your room can simplify really complex data, leading to better health, better performance, and even substantial energy savings. So what does this all really mean for you, the listener? Whether you're working in a bustling office, sending your kids to school, or maybe just curious about the spaces around you, how does this seemingly technical deep dive connect back to your daily life and your well-being?
Well, it means that the spaces where you live, work, and learn are rapidly getting smarter. They're becoming more transparent and remarkably more responsive to your actual needs as occupants. They're being designed not just for basic comfort anymore, but actively optimized for your health, your productivity, and importantly, the well-being of the planet by fundamentally changing how energy is consumed in buildings. What's truly compelling here, I think, is how this technology makes these complex, previously unseen environmental factors understandable and actionable. It truly puts valuable knowledge into the hands of those managing our buildings, and ultimately that benefits everyone inside them. It's a profound shift from just reacting to problems to proactive, intelligent environmental management.
So thinking about all this, what stands out most to you about how these relatively tiny sensors can have such a huge, positive, and tangible impact on our daily lives and the environments we spend so much time in?
That prompts us to consider, doesn't it? As our buildings become increasingly intelligent, increasingly responsive to the environment, both inside and out, how might knowing these previously hidden environmental factors, the CO2 levels, the VOCs, the particulates, how might that fundamentally change our own personal habits, our expectations for the spaces we frequent, or maybe even inspire entirely new approaches to urban design, thinking about making our cities not just smart, but truly healthy at their core?
Powerful stuff to think about indeed. That's all for this deep dive into making the invisible visible and making our indoor spaces healthier and smarter places to be. We hope you feel a little more well-informed after this and perhaps even inspired to look at your own environment, your office, your home a little differently.